Welcome to another episode of Argo Sports Insider. I'm your host, Will Kennedy, and this is your home for UWF athletics. We're jumping into all the fantastic things that are going on with our Argo teams. We'll get to know our student athletes, coaches, and staff, and hopefully have a little fun while we're at it. We'll start things off on the tennis courts for this episode, where both the UWF men and women have been plenty busy lately. The women put together an unbeaten week since our last show, ripping off victories against 22nd ranked Angelo State, Montevallo, and Southern Arkansas. Those victories improved the Argos to 7-7 on the season with a 4-2 record in Gulf South Conference play. The men only played twice last week, but took care of both Montevallo and Southern Arkansas on the home courts, dropping only one match in those two victories. The men are now 9-2 on the year with a 5-1 mark in GSC action.
Yeah, these are always, these are rivalries we've had years and years going. So everyone's, knows Columbus State has a great program, and we're prepared for that. We got a strong program as well. So it just depends on year in and year out. It's going to be a tough match. It's going to be a close match, and we just try and prepare the best we can. The good thing for us in this match, especially, it's not a conference match, it's not a region match, so it's a little bit more laid back as far as the tension involved with it and the consequences of it. But it's a great match for us, and these matches prepare you for conference play, for the tournament, and then also if you get into the NCAA and you go deep, you might meet them again, or just these tough matches help you prepare for other teams of this quality. On the women's side, Mayu has stepped into the #1 role and has really been playing well. Carlotta's been playing great at 2. Aline's been playing good at 3. Really, all the way down. Louisa's come up and worked her way up into the lineup. And is winning, at 5 and 6, and playing really well. She's come back from won some tight 3-set matches. She won a big match the other day in 3 sets, and a tiebreaker in the 3rd set. So she's been really key down at the bottom of our lineup. For our men, we've been strong pretty much in our doubles, our #1 doubles. Tommy and Faku are #2 in the nation right now. They're hardly lose a match, so that always helps. We just have to come up with a match, at #2 or 3 doubles a lot of times to come up with that point. So that's been really good, because when you go into singles, every single is tight, every match is tight. So if you can get that one doubles point, it ends up to be huge at the end of the day. And then our singles has been strong. We've been strong all the way down. Our freshman, Sebastian Rondon, has been very good. He's been playing 4, 5, and 6, and has been very solid in his play there. Facundo has been playing very good at #2. Just a lot of good players. Santi has been playing well and solid too. So really, I can't fault any of our lineup. It's been different guys winning on different matches, which really is a sign of a good team, because you're going to need different people on different days stepping up and playing well. Yeah, it's great. It always seems like our season goes this way. We travel a lot in February, and then we get a lot of teams in March coming in for spring break, and we like it because it's the weather's a little nicer now. We can stay at home. We can work on our studies, sleep in your own bed. You play your matches with conditions you're used to on the courts we like. So I really like our home schedule and home season, and I like that it all comes in kind of in a row. It really helps us and gets us going, and it's always good to play at home if you can.
The men host Columbus State on Wednesday, Ouachita Baptist on Thursday, and Xavier for a Saturday match. The women face Columbus State Wednesday, then they'll have Xavier on Saturday as well. UWF baseball split their 4 games since our last show, and the Argos will stay occupied with a full slate of games this week. The boys wrapped up a midweek set against North Georgia with a loss last Wednesday, then brought Mississippi College to the Spoon for a weekend set. The Argos swept a doubleheader on Saturday against the Choctaws, winning game 1 by a 3-2 score behind a solid outing from starter Dalton Neuschwander. Major Posey got the win on the mound in the second game on Saturday as the Argos put up 5 runs on 8 hits in a 5-2 victory. UWF was looking to sweep the series on Sunday, but fell behind in the middle innings before battling back in the 8th and 9th, but that rally fell just short in a 5-4 Choctaws win. Catcher Mike Scordo, he had an outstanding weekend in series, going 7 of 10 at the plate.
We're still not playing to the best of our capability. Left a lot of base runners on yesterday and kept the game close, give their pitchers credit. They kept making changes and changing speeds and, just getting us out. But it was a great sweep yesterday to get back on our winning ways. Today was a big disappointment. Again, we had 13 hits, saw some good things, but again, we're just not getting runners across the plate, and it seems like every other inning we're getting guys on, and it always is with 2 outs. And early in the season, we were having a lot of big 2-out hits, and now we're really struggling to find that with runners in scoring position. That's kind of biting us right now. I thought our pitching did enough. Cade kind of ran into a little problem there his last inning, kind of hitting the number 9 and let some things create. The guy hit a big 3-run homer to put him up that we never could overcome. But, we fought back right there in the 9th, had a chance with the bases loaded. Down 1, Preston Moore hit a big 2-run homer there to bring us within the game, but a little too late. So, we've still got a long ways to go. We got to get going offensively. It seems like we can't put all 3 together at the same time. I think our defense has been outstanding throughout this struggle we've had, and the pitching, is coming and going. But I thought the pitching did enough for us this weekend to keep us in all 3 games, obviously, and had a chance today, just didn't come out on top. Kind of disheartening when you see guys go 4 for 4 or 3 for 5, and a lot of hits up and down the lineup, maybe 1 hit apiece. But when the guy's getting that hit, maybe there's nobody on, or guys in scoring position. We need that 1 hit when when it really matters. And we just got to keep grinding and figuring that out. But, this team is still got a lot of spirit in them. We still believe in what we're trying to do, and we got, half the conference slate left to finish up, and we got to get on the road to Shorter. Got 2 big non-conference games this week against Columbus State. They're the top 5 teams in the country, so we're going to be testing again.
UWF is now 13-11 overall with a 5-7 mark in conference play. The Argos host 9th-ranked Columbus State on Tuesday and Wednesday this week. Then they head to Rome, Georgia for a weekend series against Shorter. UWF softball ran into a buzzsaw from Mississippi College over the weekend. The Choctaws came into the Fork and scored 33 runs over 3 games, sweeping their Gulf South Conference series. The second game in Saturday's doubleheader, though, it was a wild one with both teams putting 10 runs on the board through 5 innings. Maddie Vasquez went 3 of 4 with 2 RBI for UWF, and Kelsey Hodges was 3 of 5 with a home run, drove in 3 runs in a 12-10 tough loss. The Argos dropped to 8-13 on the season with a 2-9 mark now in conference play.
I think Hannah Harper has done a really good job since we put her in that leadoff position. All year, but she constantly does her job of trying to get on. Vasquez had a great weekend at the plate, just not the luck behind the ball of having them fall. She had numerous balls at the fence. So our second game of the weekend was very strong hitting performance, and we're back at practice trying to get better every day, and that's what our goal is this week, is just to get better and focus on our basics of what we need. We can bounce back. I'm excited to go to Shorter. They've had a pretty decent season, and it's, if we show up like we know how to, hopefully we can get back on track and get climbing that mountain that we've been talking about. And then we go to Spring Hill, which again is on the road. It's not too far for us, but another scrappy team that we're going to face, and it's who's going to be the scrappiest and pull those runs across to get those wins. But again, it's just being focused, being locked in, and doing what you need to do to help the team win.
Softball will also make the trip up to Shorter this weekend for a series with the Hawks. Both men's and women's golf were in action this week. The men, ranked 3rd in the nation, were on the course in Georgia at the Georgia College Bobcat Classic. The Argos put together a strong final round on Tuesday to finish 2nd overall, just 3 shots back of Georgia Southwestern. It is the 5th top 2 finish in 8 events for the men's team this season. The Argos will take a week off before hosting the Argonaut Invitational that is April 3rd through the 4th at Pensacola Country Club. And the 21st ranked UWF women were on the course in North Carolina at the Jerry Surratt Classic. Sophomore Aaliyah Skotka finished 2nd in the individual standings, recording her 3rd straight top 10 finish. The team finished 3rd overall, continuing a very strong spring. UWF will return home for the final regular season event of the year, their Argonaut Invitational. That event plays April 3rd through the 4th at Tiger Point Golf Club in Gulf Breeze. In other news and notes from Argo Nation, women's basketball's Jacqueline Jarnett was named to the Division II Conference Commissioners Association All-America team, becoming just the third D2 CCA All-America in program history. And 3 members of the UWF swimming and diving team were named to the CSC Academic All-American teams. Swimmers Yale Donnelly, Brooke Dorr, and Stephanie Marquardt are first team honorees. Diver Daniela Reyes was named to the second team. That is a look at all the things that we've got going on for this edition of Argo Sports Insider. Don't forget it's goargos.com, your online home for all things UWF athletics. Check out your latest news and notes, schedules, rosters, and tons of other good stuff as well. You can also follow us with the Argo Armada app on your phone or tablet. You can find that in the Apple or Google app stores. And we're all over social media. Don't forget to follow and engage with your favorite Argo teams. We'll see you next time, and as always, go Argos!
Change doesn't happen by luck or chance.
It doesn't quit, it doesn't give up.
Real change occurs in that split second. A moment of connection among people. Who will you connect with? What will you change?
What will change you?
The University of West Florida. No limits.
Can health insurance help cure loneliness? Can it take care of your best friend too? Or hold your hand for 9 months? Can it be there for you at 3 a.m. or inspire you to go the extra mile? We think so, which is why every day we ask ourselves, what else can health insurance do? Come find out.
What do you expect from that first job out of college? Working your way up from the bottom? Instead, how does this sound? Starting in a guaranteed leadership position with people who look to you for guidance because you're trained to give it and make important decisions in critical situations. Skip entry level. Decide to lead as an Army officer.
What does Argo Spirit look like? Is it finding the perfect Argo outfit to show your team pride? Is it giving back while getting your pre-game grub? Or is it connecting with your community in the perfect spot? At Penn Air Federal Credit Union, it's being a proud sponsor of UWF Education, the Alumni Association, athletics, Penn Air Field, and having a spirit of communerosity. Learn more at pennair.org/aboutus.
Groundbreaking orthopedic care is more than top-rated quality scores, more than leading-edge treatment options, more than world-class care close to home. It's all that and more. Andrews Institute. Groundbreaking care.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
The Daily Medium Sub Special is back for a limited time only from Firehouse Subs. From Meatball Monday to Italian Sunday, a delicious deal for every day of the week, always handcrafted and piled high with hearty meats and cheeses, then served on a warm toasted sub roll. Order on firehousesubs.com or on the app to have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. And a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs, save more lives.